This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
The award-winning Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University. Build the future you at Hodges University.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Welcome to another edition of Lee Pitts Live. And of course, I'm your host, Lee Pitts. I'm so thrilled to come to you from the American Legion, Post 192. We're located in the heart of the Dunbar community, a proud historic community, and this is certainly an historic building located on Martin Luther King Boulevard. When I first came to Southwest Florida back in the late 80s, it was at the American Legion, Post 192, where I got to know the community. Many things have happened since then. Of course, we've morphed into this historic television show, but I'm so thrilled to be able to come back here to the American Legion to bring Lee Pitts Live to the heart of the community. We have a fabulous show in store for you. You're going to get to meet some entrepreneurs that are going to change your life, going to inspire you as well to go out and create your own path. We'll get a chance in the first part of the show to talk to Cornell Bunting. He's the author of A Lion with No Roar. We'll talk to that fabulous entrepreneur who has outdressed the host of the show. We'll also get a chance to talk to Ty Belford. He's the founding partner of Four Corners, I'm still country folk, I'm from Alabama, Four Corners Creative. All that's happening on Lee Pitts Live. It's happening right now, and we'll be right back. See, all this other, yeah. Then when I come back, I'll do it again, then we'll joke about it. Southwest Florida, we're so thrilled to have another entrepreneur in our midst, Ty Belford. Ty, welcome to the show.
Absolutely, I appreciate the invite.
Founding partner of Four Corners Creative. What is Four Corners Creative?
Well, Four Corners Creative is a company that I established after spending about 15 years in the online marketing, digital arena. It's designed to support startup companies and small businesses pursue their growth aspirations using digital resources such as web design, graphics, and multimedia.
Now, you came to where you are not the easy route. You went through some things, military and so on.
Absolutely.
And then got your various degrees and then decided that you wanted to become self-employed. And that's probably the best thing that ever happened to you, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely took the road maybe more traveled. I think most of us make mistakes along the way, and I had my share of those. But one of the things that I did early on was I did join the Marine Corps right out of high school. And I was actually a combat photographer and graphic artist, and that was my first taste of design, being a graphic artist. That's what I did as a Marine.
What distinguishes you as a graphics artist that you bring to the company?
You know what? Graphic design is subjective because it's still art, right? So I believe I have a good eye for composition and design. But the bulk of what we do is more on the marketing side, but we use electronic resources and digital resources to promote and help companies market.
All right, go. Give me for example, Sesame Street it for me so the viewers would know exactly what you do and how you can benefit them in their company.
Okay, a new company, brick and mortar, or maybe a concept in your brain, but you establish an organization and you need to draw traffic to you through a phone call or a visit to your doorstep. One of the ways, the most efficient ways to get that done today is online. And so the majority of what we do for our clients is all online, from, again, web design, online marketing, and anything else digital.
How important is it that when people have an online presentation, that presentation is professional, that it represents the high ideals of that company and sends a first impression that's outstanding?
It's critical. I mean, if you consider the fact that there's no voice in the ear normally when you're online. So if you visit someone's website or you are have the opportunity to see someone's marketing materials and there's no voice to compensate for maybe the lack of quality, that can be the first and last time that person interfaces your brand. So it's critical that you have continuity between your messaging on different platforms, from social media, online marketing, the website itself, even your business cards are often scrutinized more than you think.
Right. Now, what in your background educationally uniquely qualified you? Tell us about your educational background.
The first degree I got was actually right out of high school, right out of the Marine Corps, which was like an extension of school. But when I got out of the Marines, the big thing back then was IT everything. So I went to Davenport University and I got a degree in computer science. And also went to a few courses to get some different certifications like C++, A+, different IT type degrees or certifications. But recently, I attended Hodges University back in 2011, and I got a degree in interdisciplinary studies. And that degree actually only fit me because I had so many credits from so many different colleges through the years that the audit, that was the one that I can get a bachelor's degree within the time I had to use my GI Bill. And so that's the degree I got, but I didn't know that in that curriculum there was a lot of marketing, a lot of critical thinking, even some philosophy, and through that some dots were connected. So I've always had this salesmanship about me, and that came from my mother. You know,
Right,
you know my mother.
I met you when you were really young. You were always mature, more mature than the average person, and that has led to your success now. Because did you always hear that you were more advanced?
Yeah, you know, coming from Detroit is where I'm originally from. So I remember, you know, in '84. So the year my wife was born, but she's a lot younger than me. But in '84, living in Detroit, I had a paper route.
Okay.
And I wasn't old enough to have a paper route.
Right.
And I think I was 7 or 8. So I've always had that, you know, entrepreneurial spirit, and I've also always had that independence where I felt like I can do it all myself.
And I had a paper route too when I was around 5th and 6th grade. That developed me very well. I don't know if I told you this off camera, but I don't want to get into a Detroit conversation, but my first job out of college, I worked for the National Bank of Detroit. I lived at Grand River and Trumbull, and a lot of my friends went to Cass Tech.
Detroit. Come on, let me give you one. Let me give you one. Okay, I got one for you.
Belle Isle, Trappers Alley, Greektown, the Lodge, the whole bit.
Right.
Stay with the interview. Okay, now let's go to where do you see Four Corners going in the future?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna use Four Corners to give you some Detroit.
Okay, give us some.
All right, so I just left from Detroit a week ago.
Okay.
And I was invited by a gentleman. His name is Sean Ward. And if you ever heard of Sean and Shane, it's a shoe company.
Okay.
But Sean Ward has started a digital agency in Detroit. And I didn't really know why I was going to Detroit to meet with him, but I knew that I wanted to have the opportunity to meet with him. But what they're a part of as an initiative is called Detroit Homecoming.
I see.
And it's for entrepreneurials that grew up in Detroit that moved outside of Detroit to help them bring jobs and opportunity back to Detroit. So they're going to have their summit coming up this next month, actually in September, the 14th through the 16th. I haven't been accepted into the program. I'm actually in the initial stages of being an interview for the program.
Okay.
But if you ask me about the future of Four Corners, the growth is to spread organically with this hyper-local type of business structure. And Detroit is the place where I would like to launch another office next.
Okay. Will you be creating jobs along the way?
Absolutely.
The reason I ask you that before we get to that, because
Okay.
the mayor of Fort Myers is here waiting for his interview. I'm going to introduce you to the mayor because he's big on job creation. Go ahead.
The entire foundation of Four Corners is really not the services that we offer our clients. It's actually creating opportunity. See, I've worked in this business, in this industry for about 14 years, and I don't feel like I was always, you know, making the money or having the opportunity that I felt that I needed to have for the long term. And so the Four Corners also gives other creatives the opportunity to have ownership. So the way that Four Corners grows is that another office similar to the one I have here in Fort Myers will launch in Detroit, then in Frisco, Texas, and there'll be another person like me that will have partial ownership of Four Corners.
Outstanding.
So
Let me have you
definitely
make this presentation.
All right, so I think you play golf. You can play golf?
Man, I
got some clubs too, so we can get out there together.
I get out and walk.
See, there you go. See, you look good when you're out there.
We got time. It's ticking.
All right, and then we got your little T-shirt when you want to work out in the morning.
Okay.
And then we got some right here. You know, I drink.
You get all kinds of stuff
I've been
when you
drinking
host a TV
Starbucks,
show.
but this right here, this is a client that I got in touch with about 3 months ago.
Pronounce that name.
The J is silent, or it's Wama. So the J is like a H kind of.
Coffee?
It's a coffee from Colombia, and that site, wamacoffee.com, is launching today, which is a product that we're bringing to the market.
And we're going to get a chance to hear a great testimony. Set it up right quick. Let's start to the testimony.
Okay, well, this testimony that you're going to see is from Marcus Murray. He's actually the founder of Ava Care and Case Management, which is an auto industry case management company in Detroit, Michigan.
And you help him grow his company. Let's take a look.
Excellent. Well, basically, my experience with Four Corners Creative has been extraordinary. We're a Michigan-based company, and we're in healthcare. And in our particular segment, it's very competitive. And although we are excellent at what we do in the arena of automotive case management, and we're one of the top companies, one of the things that Ty was able to bring to my attention, and I really appreciated the opportunity to actually work with the president of that company, me being a president with a vested interest in the success of our company, he was able to show me actually it was like a screen share where he was able to show me where we were actually ranking, and to show that the majority of our clients did not know that Ava Care and Case Management actually existed. And it was really amazing because I had to kind of trust. Obviously, they're a Florida-based company, and I had saw some of their work on different media outlets, and I knew that it was a very competitive company, but I wasn't certain, because this was actually taking us into a different arena where we're usually belly-to-belly marketing, and people know of our services and they call us. But he was able to put some mechanisms, however they do it, via internet and those internet type technologies. He was able to put them in place that actually rose us from being almost unfindable on the internet to right now in a dominant position. We're in the top 1, 2, or 3 in any manner you might search. That has been amazing. The other thing that I would say about our experience with Four Corners Creative is simply their ability to adapt to whatever the requests might be. Obviously, I'm sure some people that may be listening today are also business owners, and when you are mid-market, there has to be a great level of flexibility. I presented an idea to the director there at Four Corners Creative, and he was able to take that idea, translate it into a mechanism on our website that assisted us in going from a company just approaching $1 million to now doing multiple millions on an annual basis. So for that, we are very appreciative and grateful. And as a result, there is not one conversation that is ever held regarding marketing that I do not run by that company, Four Corners Creative, because it would be the equivalent of a toddler trying to drive an 18-wheeler. It makes no sense. Why would I try to understand a market that he lives and breathes? I mean, to be able to be on the telephone with a team of internet marketing professionals, it was amazing. They let me speak, say exactly what my concerns were, what my fears were, what I wanted to accomplish, and from there we were able to create a piece that has not just stood the test of time, but it's become recognized as the gold standard in our industry. So for that, we are thankful and grateful, and we strongly encourage any company that's looking to expand and grow. The only advice that I would give you regarding working with Tyrone Belford or Ty Belford and Four Corners Creative, this would be the warning or the admonition. Make certain when you get involved with them that you are ready for the growth. That's key. Thankfully, not only has he allowed us and assisted us to get to an extraordinary level, but all the way down to marketing, recruiting, HR management, personnel pieces, he's been able to integrate very salient points. For example, we're right now in a season where workplace violence is a common occurrence. I was in a seminar that we had paid quite a lot of money to attend. I'm literally sitting in the seminar, getting the information, and as I'm getting it, I'm sending a text to my point of contact there at Four Corners Creative regarding what I'm watching on the screen. This was at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. By 9:42 p.m., I get a text back from their company saying, click this link, you are up and live. So the very strategy that we were being taught about, that we paid a lot of money to learn about, that could present an enormous liability to a company, was resolved in less than 3 hours. Those are the little things that mean the most. With that in mind, if you are looking for a strategic thinker, for a company that is at the cutting edge, I would highly endorse Four Corners Creative.